This is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. Today I'm reading from the Torah, from Genesis, chapter 37. Last time I finished talking about the generations of Esau, and believe it or not, it's highly important to understanding the life of Christ, to understand the generations of Esau, and now the generations of Jacob. Jesus was descended of Jacob. He was Hebrew. We've already read where Jacob's name's been changed to Israel by God, by Yahweh. He's still referred to as Jacob, but his real name is Israel. We're entering a new section. Vayisher. And it's section 9. This is chapter 37. And Jacob dwelt in the land of his fathers, sojourning in the land of Canaan. There are generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brothers, and he was a lad with the sons of Bilhah, with the sons of Zephah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought evil reports of them unto their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children. So up here he's called Jacob. Down here he's called Israel. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brothers saw their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him yet that more. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. And behold, we were biting sheaves in the field, and in my half arose, and also remained standing upright. And behold, your sheaves glazed them around about, and bowed down to my sheaf. And his brother said unto him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us, or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brothers. And he said, Behold, I have dreamed one dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and 11 stars bowing down to me. And he told it to his father and to his brothers. And his father rebuked him and said to him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamt? Shall we indeed come, I and thy mother and thy brothers? Goodness. To bow down to thee, to the earth? And his brothers envied him, and his father kept his mother in his mind. And his brothers went to feed their father's flocks in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brothers feed the flocks in Shechem? Come, I will send thee unto them. And he said unto him, Here am I. So the brothers went to feed the flock, and his father sent him with him. And this is one of the most known stories in the Bible. The coat of many colors is well known, and what happens with him and the jealousy of his brothers is a story that ends up being full of justice, of what happens. It's kind of like that Bible verse, the first shall be last and the last shall be first situation, and it turns a couple of times, and it's a very interesting story. But if you have children and you favor one over the other, especially if there's more than two, you're not doing that child that you're favoring any favor. They have to grow up and go into old age with their siblings after you're gone. And if there's three or more, that favored child, when they get to be adults, will be so disadvantaged in not having the cooperation and love of their siblings. So don't do that to your children. It's not a mentally healthy situation to start with, even if it doesn't affect their future. It causes issues between your children into adulthood, and it affects your children's relationships with other people, even if they don't bond, which is horrible as adults. They have other people in their lives that it will affect their relationships with other people. So what Jacob did here was not good. It was not good for Joseph, and it certainly wasn't good for his brothers. All that anger and stress in the family was not good. Now, this needed to happen for the future, just like Esau getting cheated out of his birthright. That was not fair to Esau. And then Esau turned bitter and hurt Jacob's family and their descendants up until the time of Jesus being born. Herod was a Edomite. He was from Esau, and Mary and Joseph, Jesus' stepfather, Joseph, and Jesus were all put in danger, and all the babies of the Hebrew babies were all put in danger because of the conflict between Jacob and Esau, because Jacob was favored by his mother. And even when Herod had all the babies killed, when the wise men showed up, it says in the passage that Rebekah wept. Rebekah was the mother of Jacob's children, of some of Jacob's children. And she wasn't alive at that point. But when we read Rebekah wept, we know that that was because of the conflict between Jacob and Esau. And because of what the jealousy between these brothers, Israel ended up being enslaved by the Egyptians for 400 years. So be careful when you do things that might or will create jealousy in your family. Keep that in mind this Christmas. Treat everyone equally. Or Hanukkah. When you give gifts to your children, make sure that they're equal. Make sure people get what they want, and one child does not get less than the others. When you have celebrations where you give gifts. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.